Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm showing you how to get and use the crafter in Minecraft 1.21 for both Minecraft Java Edition and Minecraft Bedrock Edition. And so the crafter is a redstone block that was added to Minecraft Java Edition in snapshot 23W42A and in Bedrock Edition in preview 1.20.50.21. And so if you're watching this video close after it has been released, to get access to the crafter you will first need to activate the experimental toggles. Go watch the video in the top right before this one so you know how to activate the experimental toggle to get your hands on the crafter. But if 1.21 is already out, then there's no need to do that and the crafter will already be available in your game. So before we take a look at what the crafter actually does, let's first show you how you can get your hands on one. And so what you'll need is 2 crafting tables, 5 iron, 2 redstone dust and a dropper. Then just place down one of your crafting tables, go into it, and here you should be able to craft your crafter. Of course you can use the recipe book over here to get the items right in there for the crafting recipe, but you can also just put them in manually if you want. And this recipe is the same on Java Edition and Bedrock Edition to get yourself a crafter. And so just so you know, if you place down a crafter and you want to obtain it back again, the tool you need to use to break it is actually a pickaxe. It will still drop if you break it with another tool, but the pickaxe is the fastest. Now, how can you actually use the crafter to craft items for you? Let's take a look at that. So all you need to do is just place down the crafter like this and open its UI by interacting with it. Then you will see this GUI over here with 9 slots on the left and a single slot on the right with a sort of redstone arrow in the middle. So what you need to do is put items in here resembling a crafting recipe. So for example, we can put in the recipe for a cake by putting in first the milk buckets, the sugar like this, and then the wheat at the bottom. And once you've completed your crafting recipe, indeed, you'll see the finished product on the right there. So there's no recipe book here, so you need to know the crafting recipes by heart, or you can just place a crafting table next to it to get back to the recipe book and see what the recipe actually is. Now you won't be able to take out the cake from the crafter here because you need to power it with a redstone signal, and if you do that, it will shoot out the cake from this front side of the crafter. So let's grab a button and let's place it on the side and we can activate it. And see that it not only pushes out the cake, but also our 3 buckets that were now emptied of their milk. And if you place any container in front of the crafter like this, instead of shooting it out, it will just place it directly into the storage container you place in front of it. So for example, if we create a redstone block like this and now hit the button, instead of shooting out, it will put the block of redstone directly into the barrel in front of it. And so here on Minecraft Bedrock Edition, the crafter works pretty much exactly the same as in Java Edition. The crafting recipe is the same, and again, you can just put in the items you want for the recipe inside of the crafter, like this for the beacon. You can see the beacon here on the right, and once you activate the crafter with a redstone signal, it will eject out the beacon, as you can see right there. And so all the other features I'll show you in Java Edition also work exactly the same in Bedrock Edition. So just follow along with the Java Edition tutorial and you should be good. And so to work more with automation of crafting, you can also put items inside of the crafter using hoppers and droppers. So you can place a hopper on top and we can place a dropper beside it. And if you place items inside of the dropper and inside of the hopper, you'll see that they directly flow out of the hopper and go into the crafter. Now something special happens here because the items go into the crafter one by one, and once every slot is filled, it will go on and fill a second item in every single slot, then a third, and a fourth, and so on. So we'll not first fill the first slot and then the second slot, like other functional blocks in the game. And the same thing happens, of course, with the dropper. If we power the dropper without powering the crafter like this, it will just add a single item there, and then a single item there, and so on. And also, if the barrel or container in front of the crafter is completely filled with items, like this, and we craft one more, it actually just shoots it out instead of trying to put it inside of the barrel. And so you still get your item, but it just shoots them out instead of putting it inside of the container. Another big feature of the crafter is that you can disable slots. So for any recipes that need a specific shape, you will need to disable some slots if you want to put the items in using a hopper. So let's say we wanted to make a cauldron. All you need to do is disable these 2 slots at the top here. And so this is done by clicking on the specific slots you want to disable, like it says in the card you see when you hover over the different slots. And then afterwards put some iron in this hopper. And this means that these slots are completely disabled and no items will go inside of them. As you can see, indeed, we now get the recipe for the cauldron, and if we activate the crafter, we will get a cauldron being pushed out. Then if you want to take out the items from this part of the crafter inventory, you can also do that by placing a hopper below the crafter. So if we place a hopper down here, it will actually collect the iron from these slots, and it will go 1 slot at a time. So first get all of the items from this slot, then all the items from this slot, this slot, this slot, and so on, from the top left to the bottom right. Then you can also use a redstone comparator to detect how many slots of the crafter are actually filled or disabled. So for every slot that's either filled or disabled, it will give out one higher signal strength. So as you can see, if we have one slot either filled or disabled, we get a signal strength of 1. If there's a second slot filled or disabled, we get a signal strength of 2, 3, 4, all the way up to signal strength level 9. And it cannot give out a higher signal strength than 9. And you can also place the crafter in different orientations. So we'll always look towards the way you are facing. So we'll always face towards you. Even if you place it down on the floor, it will still face towards you. If you place it on the ceiling, it will still face towards you. So there's quite a few different orientations in which it can be placed. And then of course you can use the crafter to create auto crafting systems. Personally, I'm not that much of a redstone person, but I really liked messing around with the crafter on stream, trying to make it so that you can craft different items using it. For specific crafter tutorials, you shouldn't come to my channel, but try to find some other channels that have made specific videos for different crafters. I'll just show off a couple of things I've created so far. This first one over here can craft down logs into planks, planks into buttons, or iron blocks into iron ingots into iron nuggets. So if I place down some blocks of iron into this large chest, you will see that this crafter will actually turn those iron blocks into iron ingots down here by just spamming the crafter. And that goes quite fast. The second one is slightly different because it turns bamboo into bamboo planks. So if we put some bamboo in this top chest over here, it will first get crafted into blocks of bamboo by putting together 9 bamboo like this. And then afterwards it immediately also turns it into bamboo planks and they come out here in the final chest. Again, just done by spamming both crafters. Since bamboo doesn't have any other recipes. Something that does have other recipes are planks. So if we want to turn planks into sticks, we actually need to make sure that the crafter is completely full. So if we put some planks in here, you'll see that the planks go into the crafter and they almost make a wooden button, but instead make sticks. And so, as you can see, they always make sticks here instead of the wooden buttons. And so that is done by checking the signal strength of the crafter. Only if it is signal strength level 9 will this subtract comparator give out redstone signal and activate the crafter and turn all of those planks into sticks. Here you can definitely see that I'm not a redstone person because no redstone person would probably build something as crazy as this. It is way too big, way too bulky, but it does work. So this autocrafter will actually craft respawn anchors. And so all you need to do to make that work is put crying obsidian in this one and glowstone in this dropper on this side. So we have some crying obsidian on this side and some glowstone on this side. There we go. And I activate it. And now it puts in first 3 crying obsidian, 3 glowstone and another 3 crying obsidian. And then afterwards it crafts the respawn anchor. And it does this using a very satisfying and very loud redstone contraption, as you can see right here. Very loud and very, very noisy and very inefficient. This autocrafter over here will actually create powered rails, but I will skip it because it's way too annoying. And it's actually quite similar to this final one, which indeed can craft crafters. And so all that needs to happen is place in the items one by one. So iron over here, another 2 chests of iron, and then a chest with crafting tables, another one with iron, one with redstone, one with droppers, and a final one also with redstone. And now, as you can see, it is crafting up crafters. So this is pretty much a crafter auto crafter. Very, very nice. Look at that, we've crafted many of those crafters already. And so there we go, that is how to get and use the crafter in both Minecraft Java Edition and Minecraft Bedrock Edition. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe!